Good evening and welcome to TIT News. I am Jockstrap.
And I am Amy Cummins.
And this is the midweek evening TIT Flash Review. Today's top stories: footballer John Cherry joins a monastery, and an IMF report reveals who caused the recession.
So it's over to Dick Hertz at the Chenadius Monastery in Belmezzo del Nulla, Italy.
Thanks for that, Ima. I'm outside the Chenadius Monastery here in Belmezzo del Nulla, Italy, and I am with Brother Monaghan. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Now, in the past couple of hours, John Terry has arrived here at your monastery after his very public outburst. I mean, what do you make of this?
I think it's disgusting, playing with people's bum area.
What do you mean, playing with people's bum areas? He's taken a vow of celibacy. Is this not going too well? He's only been here a couple of hours, like?
Well, he's been playing with somebody's bum area. And it's been known that he's been playing people's bum area.
Well, how do you know this information?
Because he prayed to God for forgiveness and I was there.
You was there? And what do you say in that situation where John Cherry has just arrived at your monastery and is already making a nuisance of himself?
God forgives people for their sins, but he should always wash his hands before meals.
Okay, right, back to you at the studio.
Zell Ulrath of the International Monetary Fund has revealed that one organisation is responsible for the global recession. Though they have not been identified, there is evidence that they use a sophisticated system of hacking, securities fraud and software piracy to bleed billions of dollars from all major international banks and corporations, taking a small percentage of large transactions, focusing on particular on currency exchanges. This allowed them to disguise the lost money as administrative fees.
Using the stolen money, they bought an empty ex-military complex in Vaholistan. They then began kidnapping experts formerly employed in NASA's space exploration program in order to construct a rocket capable of reaching the moon. This came to light when the rocket was first detected as it launched.
The rocket began orbiting the moon at 3 AM GMT and dropped a module of some sort on the far side. Satellite imagery suggests that it has unpacked itself into some kind of lunar base. Whether this is legal is yet to be seen.
Kevin Hans is out and about then, and we're talking today about Zell Ulrath, who's the gentleman who says that the European Parliament it has been siphoned off £100 billion over the last 8 years. Out and about in Sheffield at this time, and I'm asking the gentleman his opinion on what's happening with the £100 million supposedly being stolen during the European Parliament. What's your feelings on that?
Well, to be honest, I'd be interested to know where it's gone.
I think we'd all be interested on that factor, but what would you say to find out? What's the best way of actually finding out, do you think, that we can? 100 billion is a lot of money, is it not?
Well, yeah, it is, and to be honest, you should probably be able to find out where that's gone. I mean, obviously, any sort of money leaves a trace as to where it goes, and no matter how many bank accounts you go through, you've got to follow it, and it's got to end up somewhere, isn't it?
But I think, according to the gentleman in question who found this European situation, there's governments, European governments as well, who's had no indication of these sorts of things, with £100 billion gone missing. Do you think that says something about the way that our banks work?
Well, it's just, if a lot of the countries in the European Parliament have got no idea where the money's gone, then who does? I mean, you've got to think about what kind of security has been going on there for £100 billion to disappear over the course of 8 years. I mean, even though it's over 8 years, that's still a considerable amount every month.
It is indeed. Watch this space. Back to the studio.
And now, other news in brief. Science confirms that bandanas make flugelhorns hilarious.
Miniature hippopotamuses caused havoc this morning on the M1.
The World Health Organization reports that Sharons are more likely to develop triangular waist, but do not yet know why.
Kittens are still adorable.
Physicists at Fallacious University speculate that rainbows may actually be made partially of gold, thus explaining the gold at the end of the rainbow myth.
You shouldn't let children paste musical instruments onto puppies.
Scientists studying cosmological reductive quantum entanglement have shown that large concentrations of hose cause a significant increase in valley precipitation.
And an unidentified man has murdered his wife with a pan. He speaks only in limericks and was found eating lipsticks, presumably because he just can. Now for the weather.
Thanks for that, Jack and Amy. As you can see, towards the north of the country in Wales, that is really chilly. So them sheep need to wrap up really warm. And as we move towards the middle in Cornwall, it's getting colder with torrential rain and thunderstorms, and that will gradually make its way down towards Scotland. And to be honest, I'm not even going to mention Ireland because they're just fucked. But that has been the weather forecast for today, with an 80% chance that I'm wrong. I am Mona Little, and thanks for watching TIT News. See you again soon. Ta-ra!